Let's look at how to create a dynamic interactive presentation in Microsoft PowerPoint, and we are going to use a special effect known as mouse over. This is when we are going to use our computer mouse with the mouse over effect to animate our icons or objects during our presentation. So without any further ado, let's get right into our PowerPoint interface and create this dynamic effect. Now this is my presentation file and I have only one slide displayed here, and I want to change this layout to blank layout. You can do that by right clicking on the slide area, choose layout, and you can choose blank. You can also move to the slide pane in this section, right click on the activated slide, then you choose layout and you choose blank. You're going to have this blank effect. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to type the heading of this presentation. You can do it before or after creating your presentation, but I want to do it before creating this particular effect. So I'll move back to the menu bar, click on the insert tab, then I have the text group. I'm going to click on the text box, click and type the heading I want to have for this particular presentation. Now this is the text I have here. I'm going to click on any of these notes of this text box, then I'll move back to the font group and I have this effect known as change case. Click on the drop down arrow and choose uppercase because I want to convert all of them to uppercase letters. After doing this, I'll move back to the font group, change the font type and also the font size to your preference. I'm going to use the Arial arrow, then I'm going to change the font size to 60. And after doing this, I'm going to bold it and then place this right in the slide area, and I can have a perfect alignment to this text box. I'll move to the middle bar and have this contextual tab, which is shape format. Click and I'm going to choose align top and align center. Therefore this is going to be at the top and center of this particular slide area. Now that this is done, I'm going to import some icons or some images which I'm going to use for the mouse over effect. So I'll move to the insert tab, click on pictures in the images group, and I'm going to have this drop down arrow. I'm going to choose the first option, which is this device. Now with the insert picture dialog box, locate your location where your pictures are saved. So I'm going to choose this icon, which is the TikTok icon, and click on insert, and I have this image right in this particular slide area. For a perfect viewability, I'm going to change this background. So I'm going to right click on this, choose format background, and in this pane of the format background, I'm going to choose this color. Now as you can see, this is going to bring out the transparency and also the contrast effect of this image. This means that this particular image has some background, which is this white background. You can also use a free third-party software like Remove BG, or you can use PowerPoint to take out this background of this particular effect. But personally, I want to maintain this particular effect, so I'm going to modify this image. And as usual, as I said, you can remove the background of your image before creating this particular presentation. Based on this step-by-step teaching I'm going to have in this video, you can get the understanding and know the kind of images or icons you want to use for this particular effect. So I'm going to select this image, move to the picture format, which is a contextual tab added to this menu bar, and I'll move to the size group and choose crop. I'm going to click on the drop down arrow and choose crop to shape, and I'm going to choose the oval shape, so that I'm going to have this in the circular mode. And as you can see, then I'm going to maintain this because I'm not going to remove this background. I'll move back to insert tab and I'm going to locate the illustrations group and choose shapes, choose the oval shape, and I'm going to draw a perfect circle. So I'll hold the control key, the shift key, and draw this perfect circle. I'm going to place this right on top of this image, then I'm going to right click and choose send to back. So I'll have this at the back of this image. I'm going to change the shape outline to no outline, and then change the shape fill to white, and I'm going to select all these images, move to the picture format, choose this align option and choose center, align and choose middle. So I have the shape and also this particular image aligned perfectly in this particular slide area. Now that I have this done, I'm going to select all this, hold the control key, the shift key, and click to drag this. So I'm going to have a duplicate of this particular image. Now I'm going to change this image, so I'll select this. If you want to have a perfect selection, then you move to the home tab. We have this select icon, which is select, click and choose selection pin. You can also use the alt key and the F10 on the keyboard. So you have all your images and shapes located in the selection pin. So I'm going to select this particular image, which is the TikTok. It is already selected. Then we right click, choose change picture, move to this device, and I'm going to choose the Instagram icon and click on set. The reason why I'm using this particular change picture option is to maintain the crop option of these images. So I have this effect done. Now I'm going to select all this, hold the control key, the shift key, and click to have a duplicate. Now you can select and position this right at the center. So presently I'm going to change all these pictures, so give me some time to do so. Now I have inserted all the images or icons I want to use for this mouse effect option. So now that I have this effect done, I can change this background to the white background. So I'm going to right click, choose format background, and if already you have this pane, you can see that we have this icon here, and when you click, you have the effect of this format background pane. Therefore I can click on this color option and choose white, so that you are not going to see that I have this rounded effect given to all these icons. So now that we have this done, I'm going to click beneath this first slide and press the enter key, enter, enter, and enter. I'm going to create 4 additional slides added to this first slide, because we are going to have all this slide to contain our mouse over effect options. So I'm going to move to the first slide, click on this icon or this image, and then move to insert. In the links group, I'm going to choose action, and I have this action settings dialog box. We have 2 tabs here. We have the mouse click and we have mouse over. Choose mouse over and you are going to have 8 options obtained, and under action on mouse over we have hyperlink to. Click this option and click on this drop down arrow that is related to the next slide. You are going to have a lot of options here. Choose slide, and I'm going to move the first image to slide 2 and click on OK. I'm going to select this next image. Because this image is on top of the oval shape, we have much control over it, and I'm going to move back to the insert tab, links group, action, mouse over, hyperlink to, and when you click on this arrow you choose slide, and I'm going to link this to slide 3 and click on OK. So we do the same thing for this. Select, action, mouse over, hyperlink to slide 4 and click on OK. And the last one, this icon, action, mouse over, hyperlink to, you click, you choose slide, and the last slide is slide 5 and click on OK and OK. Now we have all these images or icons linked to all these blank slides which have been created in our presentation file. Now I'm going to select this text box, click on the knot and hold Ctrl+C on the keyboard, or you can right click and choose copy. And when you are done, I'm going to select the slide, Ctrl+V, Ctrl+V, Ctrl+V and Ctrl+V. So I have pasted this copied text to these 4 different slides so that they are also going to have the same heading cut across. So I'm going to move to the first slide, select all these images including the shapes, hold Ctrl+C on the keyboard, move to the second slide and hold Ctrl+V. Now I have this also pasted to the second slide. Now we are going to make some modification to this particular effect. So after selecting this image, I'll move to this option to get access to the selection pane, and this image is selected here and it is in line with its overall shape. So this overall shape is below this image, as you can see. So when I select this overall shape, it is selected. When I select this image, it is also selected. And I want to make some modification to this overall shape, so I'm going to select this, then move to the shape format, click on this shape fill, and I'm going to choose eyedropper. And when I choose eyedropper, I want to choose the color of the TikTok, which is the black color. So I'm going to click on it, and this is going to have the color of this TikTok background. And I'm going to stretch this shape, and I want to make another modification to this shape. So I'll move back to the shape format. We have the insert shapes option, click on edit shapes, choose change shape and choose the rounded rectangle, which is rounded corners. And when you click, I can expand this. Then I'm going to place this right here. You can also select this, hold the Control key and select this image. You can use the align option middle, and as you can see, so that this will be aligned perfectly. Now that we have this effect done, we need to type some text on top of this shape. So I can use this, select Ctrl+C and use Ctrl+V on the keyboard, and I'm going to click in the text box, hold Ctrl+A, move to the home tab, change the font color to white, and I'm going to decrease the size, adjust the text box, and I'm going to type my text here. So I have this effect, type your text here, and I'm going to center this in the paragraph group. So based on the kind of text or the font size that you want, you can modify this text. And because this is for tutorial purposes, that's why I'm going to type this text here, which is type your text here, so you can modify this particular effect. So presently I have this text on this rounded rectangle. I am done with this first option. So I'll move back to the first slide, select all these images, Ctrl+C, then I'm going to paste it in the other slides, which are slide 3, slide 4 and slide 5. So all these slides are going to have the same alignment of these images and shapes. So now we move to the slide 3 and we are going to make adjustment to this particular shape. But before then, when we move to this and then select this image, we have this image, we have this rounded rectangle. Now I want to use the same size across all these images, so I move to the shape format and I have the height and width. So the height is 2.44 and the width is 5.39. So we are going to use this for all these images. So let's move to slide 3, select this and select its overall shape, move to the shape format, choose shape fill, choose the eyedropper, and I'm going to select this color, and then I'm going to stretch this overall shape, move back to the shape format and choose edit shape, change shape, and we are going to use the rounded rectangle, and I'm going to change the height to 2.44 and the width to 5.39, and then align this image. You can also use Control, select, use the align option and choose middle. Perfectly. Now we can use this text, Control plus C, move to this area, Control plus V, and I'm going to move this onto this rectangle or rounded rectangle shape. So let's move back to slide 4. We do that for this. We select this image so we can get access to its overall shape. Move to the shape format, shape fill, eyedropper, and select this color. And then I'm going to stretch this overall shape. Move back to the shape format, edit shape, change shape, and choose the rounded rectangle. And I'm going to change the height to 2.44 and this to 5.39. Select, hold the image, align and choose middle. Perfectly, so that we can adjust the position of the image as well. Now we can use Control plus V because we have the text copied to our clipboard, and we are going to have this effect here. Now let's do this for the last image, which is the Twitter icon. So we select this image, get access to its overall shape, move to shape format, shape fill, eyedropper, select this color. Then we can stretch the overall shape so that we can see the shape properly. Move back to the shape format, edit shape, choose change shape, and choose the rounded rectangle. And I'm going to change the height and width, 2.44 and 5.39. Let's position this here. You can use the Control key, select them, and use the align option and choose middle. And I'm going to use Control plus V, and also have this text on top of this shape. Now we have created this 5 slides here, and we are going to use our mouse over to control our presentation. So I'll move back to the Insert tab because I need to get a way or a path that will link all these slide 2, 3, 4, 5 back to the slide 1. So I'm going to use a rectangle shape to cover the entire slide area. I'll move to the Insert tab, choose shapes, and choose the rectangle shape. I'm going to select slide 2. Sorry, I have to go back and choose the shape once again, and I'm going to draw a shape over this slide area. Now we have this rectangle over this slide area. I'll move to the shape format, choose send to back, so that this will be at the back of this slide. Then I'm going to change the shape fill to white and choose shape outline, no outline. Now we have this shape already selected, so I'm going to choose the insert option on the menu bar, click on action, and I'm going to choose mouse over, hyperlink to, select and choose slide, and I'm going to select slide 1 and click on OK. Now this is done for slide 1. So I'm going to use Control plus C. Since the shape is already selected, copy it, and I'm going to select slide 3, Control V, and Control V. So I have this pasted on slide 3 to slide 5. So now I'm going to move to slide 3, select this shape, right click and choose send to back, select, right click, send to back, select, right click, and send to back. So we have this shape at the back of our object on this slide area. So we have all these effects done. Now let's move back to slide 1. Hold Control plus A on the keyboard. This is going to select all the slides in the slide pane. Let's move to transitions, and I'm going to choose the morph transition. Then I'll move back to timing, change this to 1, and press the enter key, and I'm going to click apply to all. Now I am done with all these effects. So what I'm going to do is to move back to the middle bar, click on the slideshow tab, and choose from beginning. You can also use the F5 on the keyboard. So now we have this as our first slide in this presentation. I have this topic that says social media platforms, and these are the images. Now, how does this mouse effect work? When you place the mouse on this image, it pops up, gives you the image, gives you what talks about this particular image, and when you move the pointer on top of this rectangle, this is going to dismiss or vanish this particular effect given to the TikTok icon. When I place it on this, I have this effect, and also I have this effect. So the moment you place your pointer on the icon, it reveals its information, and when you take it off and place it on the rectangle that was at the back of these individual items, this takes you back to slide 1. So you place it on Twitter, we have its information off, it is gone. YouTube, we have its information off, it is gone. TikTok, you have its information off, it is gone. And Instagram, you have its information. So you just have to place your mouse pointer on these individual images, and you have your information displayed to your audience. This is going to involve your audience and make them stay with you during your presentation. This is how to create the mouse over effect in PowerPoint, and you can use this in different variations when it comes to presentation. So take this step-by-step tutorial and create your own mouse over effect for your next presentation.